Okay, so great. Fucking raining again. So find your blue and red wire. Blue wire with a red tracer, right? Cut it. I know it sounds scary. Just cut the some bitch. Then, see all this glue and shit right here? Where's my poker? There you go. Alright, right here, all this glue and stuff. This is heat shrink with glue inside of it. Meaning, when you heat it up, I'm gonna have to go back over it. Matter of fact, I can do that right now. As you heat this stuff, see that glue coming out of there? It makes a great seal. I was just gonna pull the terminal out of it because it doesn't need to be there anyway, but I decided to be a little bit lazy. So, I also like to pull wire out to where you have something to work with. Because in here, you got about this much to work with. It's a pain in the ass. There's a reason there was some needle nose and pull it out. Trust me, the back of this box is plenty big enough for you to be able to push all these wires back in here. Anyway, I'm going to solder this fella. Don't leave that wire long. Don't cut it too short or you're gonna totally screw yourself. But let's solder this aquí, and we're gonna go to, I want to say fuse block 70, which is right around in here somewhere. But I'll go at that as soon as I get this soldered up, and yeah, we'll go at it that way. Okay, so got that all nice and soldered up. I go pretty liberal with the solder. It's just a personal preference. You can't have too much solder. Also, don't forget, I almost did too, to put your heat shrink on this son of a bitch.
I have a question.
Before you can get it over that connector, but
Do you know?
hang on. Okay, Dan. Kids love asking me questions. So you can get it over this terminal, like so. But chances are, if you forget to put that over that wire before you go soldering it, you're gonna clip that terminal off into that PDC. Everything done, you're like, yeah, I'm done. Shit. And then you find your shrink wrap sitting there. So don't do that. Also, a nice wet rag is very, very good practice to put underneath while you're soldering, because it will catch all of the solder that drips off instead of dripping all over your wires and melting insulation. Okay, now we got all soldered up and laid back on itself. I'll show you why you want to lay that back on itself. There we go. Come in here, put your heat shrink over top of it, right in the middle. Now again, that wet rag is real good practice. Obviously a dry rag would be aflame right now. Now granted, if this were anywhere visible, I would have been a little bit more sparing with the solder, make it a little bit more presentable, but it's mine, so whatever. So again, about this heat shrink, it's right here, the stuff coming out of here is glue. Ow, son of a bitch, that's hot. Ow, that's fucking really hot. Anyway, that glue makes a perfect waterproof seal because you don't want water intruding down your wiring. It's a common problem with Chryslers. This is obviously not a Chrysler, but thank God. Anywho, so now that's done, I'll go here and burn the shit out of myself. Alright. Now, Put it here. Where's that lid? Oh, there it is with all my stuff. That was a good idea. So now, I want to. It's wet now. That's fantastic. So, number 70. Do this the best way possible. Number 70, 63, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 69. Fuse block 70 is not populated. Okay, what that means is if you have a hot bus, all of these are hot on this side. Okay, whereas in here, our fuse 27 was, this is your hot bus, or I'm sorry, this is your hot bus, and this side is your hot bus. So you're going to have power on all one side. This is a bus, and this is also a bus. These are always hot. As soon as the key's on, that's hot. So what we need to do is populate position 70 to accommodate. Son of a bitch, the power just went out. Ah, whatever. We need to accommodate location 70 for the fuel pump use. Alright, so now we're going to populate it. If I can get in here. And maybe you can see that. These terminals should slide right on in there. Just like so. When it clicks in, now you have a populated cavity. Put your fuse in, put it back together, and rock it.